up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Snacks in the Wild. I'm Jen Zollers, aka Jenny Snacks. Some of you know me online, and I'm a professional bodybuilder, and I'm prepping for the Olympia. So we are currently sitting at a little over 5 weeks out from the Olympia. Five weeks. I know this was such a long prep, and it's crazy to think that we're down to 5 weeks already. And I'm also 3 weeks out from Legion. That's going to be held 2 weeks right before the Olympia. So not only are we going into Legion doing a warm-up / tune-up to see what the perfect formula is to go into the Olympia, but we're also doing it to try to qualify for next year's Olympia. Now, I know other Olympians might show up to this show with the same idea as me. That's fine. Everybody's got to shoot their shot, right? In the pro leagues, everybody's good. And every show is going to be tough the further you get throughout the year. So giving you a little bit of updates with the rest of my prep. Currently, my brain is feeling the little over 3 weeks out. It's kind of funny because what my brain wants to say, I can't convey it out of my mouth properly. And it's the most frustrating part about being this close to a show. It's like, I know I'm smart and I know what I want to say. It's just not coming out right. So a client of mine and I had a good laugh about it this weekend. She actually just earned her pro card this weekend. So congratulations to Jasmine Amato. She is now an IFBB Wellness Pro. So welcome to the IFBB Pro League. And that is an awesome accomplishment for my team Snacks in the Wild Training. And we also have 2 girls competing this weekend in their first bikini show. So I'm really excited about those girls to see how they do and to see if they want to continue after this. I know sometimes whenever people jump into their first bodybuilding show, they treat it as like a bucket list thing just to check off of their life goals. And that's fine. And some get bit by the bug and then they think, I want to continue this. That's actually how my journey started. My first show was just, I just want to see how I do. I just want to push my body to the limit and see how far I can take this. Did that one show and then I was like, okay, I want to see how far I can take this. And a couple years later, now we're going to the Olympia, which is insane to think. But if anybody knows me, they know I don't half-ass anything and I finish everything strong. So I still haven't reached my max potential and I want to see how far I can go with this. As long as I'm healthy, I'm happy, it aligns with my professional goals and aligns with our family goals too. So after every show, my husband and I like to reevaluate what's in my best interest and what's in my family's best interest. So we always have a regroup after every show, like, okay, what's the next step? How are we feeling? Do we feel healthy? Are we good to do another one? Do we need to go into an off season? So I really actually think that's really important whenever you're doing a bodybuilding journey like this, is to always have an open dialogue and conversation with your family, especially your spouse, to make sure that everybody's on the same page, to make sure it's the best choice for you and that's the healthiest choice for you. Now I know my limit for shows is around 2 or 3 shows back to back, and then I start getting really tired and my body kind of fights it a little bit. So that's when I know I need to get a break and get back into an off season. So that is a personal preference for me. So 2 or 3 shows, and then that's when I usually call it and go into an off season. But there are some girls that can do just shows back to back to back to back. And I think the last couple shows I noticed, pro shows, there was one girl who did like 5 or 6 shows in a row, and she's going to do another one this weekend. So kudos to her that she still feels good and that she can still do it. I know personally I can't do it because the worst part for me in prep, especially this close to a show, is the lack of energy that I have to get like the most random things done, just basic things done around the house, like cleaning, doing the laundry. It's just so much more effort when you are kind of like low on calories and you're close to a show, your body fat's low, so your energy is very limited. So that's one thing that I miss when I'm in prep, is just having the energy to just do your daily things, just to get the cleaning done, take care of the dogs, get everybody here, get everybody there. But that's part of prep. Also, the Olympia is right before Halloween, and that is my favorite holiday. And I like to enjoy not just Halloween, but the other holidays as well. I prepped once right before Thanksgiving, and it's hard to sacrifice time with family and friends whenever you want to enjoy those holiday activities. And that's just something that I personally will never do. I will never prep during the holidays again. because I like to enjoy that time. I like to enjoy time with my family and friends. And Halloween is just around the corner. I've already started decorating things around the house because I know as my energy gets lower, I know we're early in September, but I love Halloween and I love decorating. So I'm trying to get all the decorations up now before my energy really tanks, and then I really won't want to do it later. But that said, with energy, I can always tell whenever I have a big weight drop coming up. In the past couple days, I've had some significant weight drops, and actually the last couple weeks. So we are going to have a refeed tonight per coach's orders. And this will be the third week in a row that we are going to have a burger and fries. So that's one thing I am really happy about with how my body responds in a prep. And my coach told me the other day during our check-ins, he goes, this is literally the perfect prep and your body's responding perfectly. So usually in my last 4 or 5 weeks, my body just takes off and it has a mind of its own. And we can afford to do extra refeeds. Now that's just my personal body anatomy and makeup and my genetics. It's just how my body responds to prep. Not everybody's the same. Some people really struggle towards the end. Some really take off. You never know. Everybody is different. So even me as a coach, whenever I plan preps for everyone, not everyone's is the same. Not everyone gets a refeed every couple weeks. Some people do get a refeed every week. It just depends on how everyone's body responds. So that said, you can't do any cookie cutter plans with anybody, especially in this process. It's a science. It comes down to what each body requires, each body needs. You have some clients who respond better on higher fats, some clients who respond better on higher carbs, or somebody who's right in the middle. You just never know, and you have to find that perfect formula with them. And I do say that to really make sure an athlete reaches their max potential, you have to have that gut instinct as a coach. And my coach has that with me. He just knows whenever I'm going to have a huge weight drop or when I'm going to get super flat or whatnot. He's like, we're going to be doing a refeed this week. We're going to be doing another refeed. Probably going to do it all the way up to the show. So right now, that is the plan, is my body's just taking off. And he's anticipating whenever I'm going to get flat. So we're going to do a refeed tonight, which I'm really excited about. So I'm really sensitive about where I eat also. And I think I've mentioned this to a couple of my friends. So we were making my burger and fries here at home just to make sure I know what's in my burger and fries, because my digestive system can get a little messed up whenever I eat out. So especially when you eat so clean for so long, your body is almost super sensitive to processed foods, which are bad for you in general. But whenever you want to go out and enjoy a good meal, you have to know how things are made and how things are processed. So we're just going to eliminate the middleman and the guesswork of what's processed and what's not. And we're just going to cook our own burgers and fries here at home just to eliminate any digestive issues I might have in the next couple of days. So hopefully not. But yeah, I'm really excited for this fill up this evening. And then I'm sure we'll do another one next weekend. So stay tuned for that when I give you some more updates. But I figured I would hop on and give you guys a little update of what's going on and just daily life things and how things are going to the Olympia. And I did a Q&A the other day, and so people asked me a couple questions. Are you nervous going to the Olympia? And actually, I'm not nervous at all, because seeing all the predictions going into the Olympia, who's the top 5, who's going to be the top 3, who's going to be at the top 10 call out. Currently, no one sees me on the radar as being a threat, which is totally fine. I'll go into this Olympia, my very first Olympia, as the dark horse with zero pressure, with nothing to lose. And in my honest opinion, that's somebody who's very dangerous on the stage. You don't know where I'm going to land in the first call out, second call out, third call out. Who knows? But bet your ass I'm going to bring my best. And I'll be really proud of the package that myself and my coach deliver. And I know some people, their goal is to just make it to the Olympia and that's it, and then they call it. No, it's such a big opportunity, and I'm going to show up the best that I possibly can. And I know my coach is too. He's watching every little detail on my plan, and it gives me a little bit of reassurance when he says that this is like the perfect prep. So that makes me really happy going into this Olympia, especially with all the outside factors and stressors that I've had in this prep. My body is still responding as it should, which is amazing, and I thank God for that. because you have to anticipate that things are going to happen in your prep. It's a long time frame of at least like 16 to maybe 20 weeks out. And a lot can happen in between there, family things, illness, what have you. So I feel very grateful that my body is responding as we want it to going into this Olympia. And I feel healthy, I feel good, and zero pressure, dark horse with no expectations from anybody except myself. I'm actually okay with that. So I'm really excited to show you guys what improved package we have going into this and show what the Americans can do at the Olympia and the wellness category. But I have to get back on some work and plan the rest of the peak week for 2 of my bikini girls competing this weekend. So just want to give you guys a little update of what's going on in my prep, and stay tuned for the next couple episodes coming up. Shoot me some questions on Instagram that you want me to cover here. And until the next episode, when I have some energy to do another episode for you guys, I'll land one here. So stay tuned, subscribe, like everything, and let me know what you guys want to see. So see you later.